Today on the Fairy BOSSmother Show,
Let's do a power pose, girl. Power pose.
I met with Luana Sandoval, singer, songwriter, Grammy-submitted artist,
I submitted my music to the Grammys, so exciting, yeah.
and the woman who literally sang in front of Katy Perry on American Idol.
Could match your heart.
Yet, right now, her brand is nowhere near the powerhouse it should be.
Luana, why are you not bigger than the person I'm seeing right now?
That's a really good question.
Luana thinks she's stuck because of creative blocks. But what she's really missing is clarity, structure, and confidence to turn her world-class expertise into a world-class business.
Literally the day after I got an invitation to sing in front of the celebrity judges, who were Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie back then.
Can I help her stop hiding behind that creative fog and step into the business that matches her talent?
You're right here. We need to amp it all the way up now so that people from the rooftop of New York can actually hear that and feel that confidence.
Let's meet Luana Sandoval. Before we meet Luana, I asked her a few basic questions about herself and her business so I can see how she talks and writes about herself. Let's take a sneak peek. When I asked her, what is your business and who do you serve? Luana said, I'm a singer-songwriter with 10 years of expertise working in the entertainment industry. I founded my record label, Devana Records, in 2023 and recently became a voting member of the Recording Academy. I've also had my own TV show in Nashville called Songs of My Life. Okay, wow, this girl is super accomplished. I am really interested to know what's she doing with the talent that she has. Is she successful as a business owner, or is she still stuck with that creative mindset and not bridging the gap between business and her creative self? Let's see how far she's taken her talent on the road. When I asked her, what are your main goals for your business right now? Luana said, I want to generate income from my records by landing multiple sync licensing deals in film and TV. Furthermore, I want to go on tour intentionally with my band and book high-paying gigs to be able to pay my team and also generate income for myself. All right. It sounds like she's stuck in a cycle where she wants to pay herself, but is she paying herself? And if she is it worth her talent? And if she isn't, what's stopping her from getting that big paycheck? Because she's talking about getting high paying gigs. So it could be she's getting small amounts of money from smaller gigs. And this is where personal branding for Luana is going to get really, really critical. When I asked her, what's your biggest challenge in meeting those goals right now? Luana said, I'm on a budget and I don't have an agent or a manager. I do it all by myself. I don't have connections to those private events that pay well, nor the concert venues that have big budget for the bands. Right. Money is stopping her from her goals, but it shouldn't. Her talent should be taking her a step forward in achieving her biggest goals. So it sounds like she doesn't have a lot of structure. And I'm going to be digging deeper into exactly what the foundation and the infrastructure of her talent and her business actually looks like. Finally, I asked her, have you done any work on your personal brand? Luana said, yes, I took classes with branding with Dr. Forbes Riley and very active on social media. All right. She's hitting the big guns with someone like Forbes Riley. But why is she still stuck if she's done the work behind the scenes? My job is to find out what the real reason is that Luana is stuck, and let's help her move forward with her big picture goals. Let's meet Luana Sandoval.
Luana, welcome to the Fairy BOSSmother Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
So, before we get started, Luana, do you want boss mode? Gloves are off. I get dirty with you, or do you want me to keep the gloves on and go slightly softer on you?
I like the glove.
You like the glove on?
Yes, I like it.
All right. I'm going to keep it nice and steady with you. All right, Luana, warm up round. Can you tell the audience, who are you and what do you do?
I am a singer-songwriter, and I recently became a member of the Recording Academy, which is very exciting. And I submitted my music to the Grammys, so exciting, yeah.
Okay, girl. Okay. Already, there's a ton of stuff to uncap. What got you into this career for you?
So it started out when I was 14. I was still living in Germany with my parents. My dad is from Nicaragua, so that's why I have my name. And I felt like writing a song on the guitar and and the rest is history. My mom, she was really encouraging me to pursue music because she's a music teacher, and I studied opera singing between 2012 and 2016. But I always felt like I'm more a songwriter, more so than covering other people's music. And then in 2016, I first came to New York to just visit the city, and because I graduated from my music studies, and I fell in love with the city. I found a music producer who was willing to help me with my paperwork to be able to stay here and work in the States. And then in 2018, my visa got approved, and I bought a one-way ticket to New York. And yeah, so ever since I've been here, thriving and creating music, recording music. And I was also on American Idol season 19.
Yeah.
And yeah, I lived in Nashville for a while, and I had my own TV show for songwriters. It's a talk show called Songs of My Life, which you can find on YouTube. And then I moved back to New York.
Wow. Luana, that's incredible. The fact that you just decided one-way ticket to New York. What made you decide, you know what, New York is the place that I need to be? That's where my heart is right now.
I felt like the first time I went to Times Square, that was December 2016. I felt like, oh my gosh, this is the city to be. This is like everything comes together. I like the energy. I like the spirit of the city. I like the drive. I like the people. And because I grew up in a small town in Germany, I always felt like I need something bigger. I need something challenging to really grow and get into this career. And I always felt like I live in the wrong country.
Right. And can you tell me, like, being in New York City, the pulse of that city, right? What kind of opportunities did that give you while you're there?
So, I mean, I just, when I first came here as a tourist in December 2016 until February 2017, so I was able to stay for 3 months on a tourist visa. I didn't expect anything. I just came with an open mind, and I didn't know anyone except for my Airbnb host, was the first person I contacted. And she is also an immigrant from Russia, an artist as well. So I felt like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. And then I met other immigrants that have been through this process of getting the papers to be able to work from different countries. And I felt like, okay, it is doable. It feels like it's very challenging to get here. But I mean, if you know the process, if you know people who have been through this, there's a possibility that you can do this as well.
Okay, so you've been around for a few years now. So if you were to say, what were your biggest successes so far today?
My biggest successes were being on American Idol season 19. That was during COVID. That was very strange because they do the pre-auditions in person in these big arenas nationwide. But since it was COVID, it was on Zoom. That was even better. So I spent 5 hours on Zoom. I had to sing in front of all the producers of the show. And then literally the day after, I got an invitation to sing in front of the celebrity judges, which were Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie back then. And that was in Ojai, California. And so I was like, okay, great. That was one big accomplishment. Another accomplishment, as I mentioned, was my TV show in Nashville that I produced, and I hosted it. I wrote the music for the show, and I had my co-writers on the show that have worked with me together on my record, also titled Songs of My Life. And they also sang their own songs as well on the show. So we talked about music business, about the inspiration about writing a song, and different other topics. So I have 10 episodes filmed. Another accomplishment it has been like being nominated for different awards, like the Josie Music Awards and the Wavy Music Award.
Yeah, that's a lot. So what made you decide, you know what, I'm ready to be on the Fairy BOSSmother Show?
So this looks like an amazing podcast and I want to be part of it.
All right, so you were in front of all of these celebrity judges. Right, can you give me a tune? Give a tune for the Fairy BOSSmother. I want to hear your best sound right on the spot. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna sing the song that I sang in front of the judges.
Bring it on.
You only see what your eyes want to see. How can life be what you want it to be? You're frozen when your heart's not open. And if I could melt your heart, we'd never be apart.
Girl, lie. I was not expecting that.
Yes, I did that purposely to show my whole range. So I did a pop opera version of Madonna's song Frozen with some belly dancing, and Katy Perry called me the mother of opera.
Nice. All right. Good. Okay. So it sounds like you've done a lot to get to where you are right now.
Yes.
What's stopping you from hitting your biggest goals, Luana?
My biggest goal. So I started a band project last year, and we had a successful show in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Music Kitchen. And then we had another big show at the Williamsburg Music Center, beginning of October. That was a 2-hour set. Original music and cover songs in the styles of Latin, jazz, contemporary pop music. So my goal is obviously to go on tour, to be able, I mean, I'm paying out of pocket everything, but it's hard as an independent artist to do that and to fly out everyone to different states, different cities. So my goal would be to find a sponsor, book, and have the support, the resources to be able to do that, to take my band on tour with me.
Luana, do you see yourself as a businesswoman?
I see myself as a businesswoman. Yes, I do. But I'm a self-starter. I never went to business school. I took some classes with other self-starters that are running their own businesses, but it's like there still needs to be some growth for sure and some advice from other successful business owners.
Yeah. So it sounds like, you're doing a lot already. Getting yourself an American Idol is huge. What kind of opportunities did being on American Idol get you?
So I received a royalty check. That was really nice, $600 royalty check, because they used some of my original song as a background music for a couple seconds only.
Yeah.
It's helpful to be attached to a brand as an independent artist because everybody knows American Idol. So that's really helpful to be able to say that. And also they aired my audition, like 19 seconds of it, so I can show that. So it does help to be attached to a famous brand such as American Idol.
Well, I think we need to break this out a little bit more, because you mentioned that you're a self-starter, you have to pay out of pocket, and you're relying on, other artists. You're trying to put together a band. You're also a songwriter, right? So you're writing songs for other people. But if you think about it from a business angle, people should be paying you for your expertise. The fact that you submitted your song to the Grammy Awards already, that is a killer title right there.
Yes.
Number 2, you've already been on American Idol, and your audition was the one that was aired. 19 seconds is no joke, girl, especially on TV, right? Number 3, you came from another country. You knew that you were too small for your birth country, for your birthplace.
Yeah.
So you gave everything up to chase after your dreams, and it landed you in the Big Apple, the place where a lot of artists gravitate towards because of the kind of fame and opportunities that you could be getting. Luana, why are you not bigger than the person I'm seeing right now?
That's a really good question. I think it's just there's a lot of competition, and also I need a team. Obviously, I need a booking manager, booking agent. I don't have that yet. It's a lot of these. I mean, I have the contact list. I have the music directory. I know all these agencies, but most of them, they don't want that an independent artist such as me sends unsolicited documents or anything. So there's a barrier. It's hard.
Yeah. So when you talk about yourself, Luana, and the work that you do, number 1, do you have a stage name, or do you use your real name?
I use my real name, Luana.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so when you say, I'm Luana Sandoval, do people know you, or do people go, who is she?
So, fun fact, a lot of people ask me if I'm related to Arturo Sandoval, he's a famous trumpet player in the jazz scene.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, well, we share the same name, we share the Latin roots, we share the passion for music, but we're not related.
Yeah. Is this? I don't know this person. Is this person alive?
It happens a lot. I have a lot of music peers in the jazz scene, and everybody asks me.
Have you ever contacted that person?
Yes, and so I have never met him, but I know one of my music peers. She has worked with him together, and her first question was, "Are you related to Arturo Sandoval?"
All right, I've got one big homework for you to do. I want you to write a letter to Arturo Sandoval.
Okay.
Just because you have that name connection, right? You don't know whether he's going to respond to you or not, right?
Yeah.
So you're on this podcast. Arturo, Luana is going to be writing to you. So if you're watching this, please respond back to this woman, because you don't know what the opportunities are. Because if you don't try, you don't know if you're going to get a yes or a no or any sort of connection. And the fact is, this is something that you can document, Luana. I'm writing a letter to my pretend uncle, Arturo Sandoval, because here's the story. Share that story. Because already that's going to get you, other people mentally connected you to this famous artist, even if you're not related, but you're already bridging a connection with somebody. Whether or not it happens is something for the audience to watch now. Will he write to me? Will he write back? Will he like my comment? Will he even listen to my music? If the answer is yes, oh my gosh, you have one hell of a reel and one hell of a preview clip that you can send to your agent in the feed.
That's a great idea. I would do that. Yeah.
Right. So you know what? Let's talk about limitation, because it sounds like finances is something that is really limiting you right now. You as an artist, you actually don't need a lot of money to get your visibility up. And I think that's where my concern is right now. You're doing all the things, you're getting the right visibility, but the opportunities are not following fast enough behind you.
Correct.
Right? So let's assume, like, okay, you know what? Close your eyes, Luana. I'm going to do a quick exercise with you, right? Close your eyes.
Okay.
All right. Imagine your bank account and you have $1 million sitting right there, not doing anything. Luana, this is 100% yours. It's not going to your agent. It's not going to your team. You have earned this money. But all of a sudden, those opportunities have opened up to you now. Time is wide open for you. What are you going to do with your time now? And what is the legacy that you want to leave behind?
The legacy I want to leave behind is people remembering me as somebody who has changed their lives with music for the better. Because already a lot of people reach out to me like after the show and say, oh, this was my favorite song because I went through a breakup as well. And it's just, music is so universal language, and it's healing as well.
Yeah. Okay. So your music is going to live forever outside of you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm curious to know, do you document your songwriting process?
I do, yes. I when I'm in the studio, I'm recording myself because it's really nice to see what was the song before, where did it start, like from a voice memo on the phone or notes in my notebook, or just a random melody on my piano, to get to the studio, sit with my music producer and talk through it and talk about the arrangement that we can do, and me singing in the mic. It's nice to see that, have it documented, and then seeing the finished product.
I'm mainly thinking about, I'm not really talking about the process of putting the music together with, other vocals and instruments. I'm thinking about before the song comes to paper, right? Something inspired you to write this melody, right? It could be something that you saw on the street, someone you met, past event. It's uncapping. I thought about this thing, and it's been a really long time since my memory even saw this image. And I just feel really inspired to write about this now. And it's crazy. I'm just going to do it. And it's kind of like the step before this moment becomes a song. That's the part that no one gets to see.
Exactly.
We know what the process is like. Oh, okay. So here is, the songwriter writing the song and practicing and rehearsing. Here's the final product. But we never get to see the before part.
Yes, I actually like it more to go through the process, because also that's what I want to see from another songwriter. What inspired the songwriter to even write the song? Backstory of the song. And when I go to shows, I so appreciate when this artist talks about what inspired him or her to write a song. And also sometimes they talk about, so this is how it started. This is how I wrote a song. I just recorded it on my phone, or I went through a breakup and I was in a hotel room and I just journeyed and went through my emotions.
Right.
And I was in the songwriting session and we wrote the song together.
Yeah.
So I appreciate when artists, open up a little bit more, and then also the audience feels more connected to the artist and to the song.
Right.
So
And connection, that word connection, Luana, is so important for your vocabulary, for your personal brand, because you're not only connecting your music to your audience, you're also connecting with other artists as well. When they see your raw, unfiltered process, your bedroom full of all of this, scrunched up papers, or you going, oh, this is not good enough. No, this is not what I want. Or your old journals with, your old notes, and being able to kind of look back and saying, oh, I remember writing this and I'm so embarrassed to share this with you.
Yeah.
Share it, because that's what people are going to be like, whoa, what's she about to say? Share. I want to see what goes in the mind of a songwriter, right? Because you know what?
Exactly.
Their job is to handle your money and handle the business of what you provide.
Yeah.
What you provide, Luana, is something that a lot of people just do not understand unless they're doing it themselves.
Yeah.
So your personal brand in this entire process, Luana, is so fundamentally important because your songs are going to be something that is very personal to you already, right?
Yeah.
It's coming straight from the heart. Only you can sing it like this originally,
Right.
Other people can copy. You're also covering other people's songs, but there's a Luana twist to that.
Sure.
And that is the part that we need to bottle up in your personal brand. And that's the process. The process behind this, before this becomes a song, this is what I do. I would love to see that from you.
That's so good, so insightful. Yeah.
So when I say that to you, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. And yes, I feel like, okay, so I can do that. I can even grow more. And
Yeah, because the more you show, it doesn't even have to be the final product. In fact, getting the eye of agents, agents want to know, number one, is she able to get attention? Number two, is she interesting enough for me to watch and listen to? Number three, can I grow an audience around her, right? It's not around your band, it's you, Luana, right? Can I build an audience around her? And then number four, can I monetize her? These are the steps that you need to be able to attract a really good agent.
Yeah.
And that agent's job is to build your career. But they can't do that if they've got nothing to hold on to.
Correct.
So Luana, you need to start providing receipts. It's not just the final product. Here's all the stuff that goes behind. Here's all of my process and the thinking and my heartaches and my traumas and the connections that I've made, and all of this is on paper. It's documented. I'm just going to share it on Instagram, and I'm just going to keep going with the process of songwriting. If you want to see the final product, it's on Spotify already.
Okay.
This is how you promote your music and the work that you've done. You don't show them the final product. You show them what happened before, because that's how you're going to get people interested and intrigued in your journey.
That's even more interesting than listening to the final product.
Right. Yeah. You need the final product. It's a polished version.
Exactly.
Right? So people pay for the polished version, or they get inside access to the polished version. But the behind the scenes, that's a whole other game for you. Yeah. So I'm curious to know, Luana, what does showing this version of you mean to you? Like what kind of emotions come up when you're thinking about, I'm about to show everyone my dirty laundry online?
I mean, I'm a very open person. I'm pretty much out there, and I like sharing what I'm going through, and also how I sometimes we have struggles in life, and music is always my life savior. So I like to promote that, and also encourage other people to do so too, that are going through whatever they're going through, to find something and to find an outlet, a healthy outlet, to cope with emotions. So I like to be an inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. And you definitely are, Luana, because you're doing all the things, you're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
It's just amplifying other people's audience and curiosity about you. Yeah. And here's another thing. You've been on American Idol. Not a lot of artists can say, I've been on American Idol. Like, it's such a huge name, especially in America. You could potentially create a side hustle related to that. If you're an independent artist and you want to get on shows like American Idol, work with me one-to-one, right?
Yeah.
Because not only are you helping other artists get that benefit, that inside scoop, because that behind the scenes is insane. Like, you've met Katy Perry. I mean, that's a huge thing that you can also say. Here's the proof. Here's the teaser.
And I sang in front of her, and not only met her, I sang in front of her. She's calling
exactly.
opera.
Exactly. You know what? There's so much that you can show, but you can potentially turn yourself into like a consultant as well, just as part of your singer-songwriter career, right? Where you are coaching people one-to-one to be able to go, you know what? I'm ready to be on American Idol, but I'm scared to death because if I screw up, I'm screwing up in front of big names, right? That's the real fear.
Yeah.
So Luana, this is the analogy that I'm going to share with you, right? Think of the scariest thing an artist can face. Before I reveal the next part, what are the most scariest things for you as an artist and singer-songwriter?
The most scary things I would say are obviously finances, because when you're independent and you're paying everyone, and where's the return on investment? When I'm getting the return on investment, how much money can I invest in this project? But I still need to pay all these other bills like rent and so forth. There's always like this struggle, and being smart about it with budget, because on the one hand you still want to pursue your music career, but it's also an investment. On the other hand, you can overspend because you have to pay all the other bills. So there's always like this limitation. Yeah.
What else is scary for people like you?
What else? I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
Okay. So let's imagine all of the artist community. They're thinking, oh my God, I've got to take another crappy, shitty job in order for me to pursue my dreams, right? And I've got to pay this, I've got to pay that. Money's just flying out and money's not coming in. What you are doing essentially is make it hurt harder. So what I want you to do is this, there's a wound. That wound is money. Money is coming out of my account faster than I can breathe. I want you to put salt in that wound now. I want you to rub that salt in their faces saying, hey, if you continue going down this path where you are doing everything to get more visibility for your singing career, that wound is going to turn into an infection, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you to share to your audience is, let's close up that wound so it doesn't bleed anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to be that person who does that for you. I have the solution on how to get you more visibility with your song. I've been on American Idol. My song is about to be submitted. Now, I've submitted my song to the Grammy. You need a level of confidence to be able to do that, right? Luana, you need to turn yourself into a real business now.
Okay.
And I think that's what's missing. And that's the reason why you're not pulling in the opportunities you should be. Because being on American Idol is a huge thing. I'm thinking you're not amplifying that to your advantage right now.
Yeah. You're so right.
Do you think that's an accurate description?
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah.
All right. So, Luana, before we go on, we're halfway through. Do you want the gloves on or off now?
Put it on.
All right, it's off. I'm going to go hard mode now. Luana, I'm about to jump on your website because I want to see if you have filtered yourself and watered yourself down or if you're doing the best you can on your website. Now, based on our conversation so far, do you think the website is an accurate reflection of the person that I shared with you?
Yes, I had help with the website, and shout out to Athena. She built my website. Yes, I need to update it though, but yeah.
All right. My real question is this a true reflection of your personal brand?
It is.
It is?
Yes.
All right. That's my challenge. I'm going to see if I think that's a yes or a no.
Okay.
Are you scared? Are you scared of my advice?
I'm not scared. I'm open-minded.
Sweet. All right. So let's jump onto your website. Okay. So we are on luanasandoval.com. All right. First things first, why did you decide to choose this picture?
Because it's welcoming. It's very natural.
Yeah. I'm not getting a sense of your personality with this one. It's very safe. I think it's a very safe picture. I'm not seeing you as the artist. I'm not even seeing you in like mid-shot, like music video mode either. Okay. It's very, I'm going to sit down on the garden, on the step, and I'm just going to look cute. Right. I think I want to see more action. I want to see you like mid-performance with this one, because if you're promoting yourself as an artist, as a singer-songwriter, and someone who's serious about attracting money to your business, this picture's not doing it for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, there's a huge About Us page, which is great. But again, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much text. I don't want to read through your LinkedIn profile, so to speak. I'm not feeling your personality right now.
Okay.
And right now I have to kind of like go through this big text to figure out, all right, what does Luana want? I don't know what you want, because right now this page is about you and it's not about what you're trying to attract at the moment.
Okay.
And that's probably the reason why you're not attracting wealth into your business.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Because right now you're not offering anything right now. It's, hey, there's a little bit about me. Here's my songs, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, where's the money? Like, how do I tap into your world? How can I give you money? And how can I work with you? Like, I don't see any of that right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is another very safe picture of me. And in fact, this picture I wouldn't even use this picture because you have to scroll all the way down. It's like, oh, there you are. You're this tiny little person at the bottom of the image. Yeah. I want to see a big image of you, or someone who's ready to take on the world. You were this girl coming from a tiny German town, conquering New York City. Let's get you in New York. Image of you singing in New York City, right there on Times Square. That's the image I want to see.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes.
Yeah. Someone who has presence, right? You know what? The other thing I would love to see is that teaser preview of you on American Idol. Where is it?
Yeah.
Girl, where is it? Seriously, where is it? Do you have it?
I do have it. Yes. It's on my IMDb and on my Facebook page.
And it's not on your website.
It's not on my website. It should.
Right. Absolutely. Look, Luana, your website has to be your headquarters when it comes to you and your business. And right now, your American Idol preview is not even sitting in your home. It's sitting on somebody else's page.
Yes.
Right? So we need to flip that now. Anything where you get recognition or you're doing it, even if it's a reel that is on Instagram, that also needs to be captured on your website. Yeah. Any raw process needs to be captured on your website. How to work with you needs to be captured on your website. And all of that is missing right now. Yeah. What's going through your head when I'm saying all this?
I'm just imagining how to change the website now.
Yeah. Okay. You're doing a lot of collaborations with other artists. Again, this is a brilliant way for you to build up your audience now, especially on Instagram. If you're collaborating with another artist, don't show people the final project. Show them the process. I'm working with so-and-so artists. Look at us working behind the scenes. And, it's in a messy hotel room or in a cafe or their house or whatever you are, and just show them, like, if I was a fly on the wall, I want to be able to see, how do two artists really work together? Are they arguing? Is there disagreements? Like mini dramas? That's the kind of thing that people would want to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What happens behind the scenes when you're working with another artist?
So what happens, usually we brainstorm. I had another songwriting session on my rooftop. That was in August with a friend. She brought her guitar. I had my piano on the rooftop. And then I put a timer on my phone for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's usually how I start writing. And then I just said to her, okay, just write whatever comes into your mind. Don't make it like as a song or a poem. Just journal for 10 minutes. And I did the same. And it was so interesting. Without communicating, we both wrote about pretty much the same theme, being friends on a rooftop in Brooklyn. And then I just played along on the piano, figured out the chords. He was playing on the guitar. And well, first, before I did that, we read what we wrote. And then I grabbed some of her sentences and she grabbed some of my sentences. And I played on the piano, figured out the chords. She was playing on a guitar. And then I just we were recording it on the phone as well. So that was very interesting.
Yeah. That's incredible because that's something that people would want to watch.
Yeah.
So imagine split screen, just like where we are now. You're up there and just imagine I'm your artist friend.
Yeah.
And there's a little timer and it's like, okay, fast speed, 10 minutes is up. You share what you've done, I share what I've done, and then you sing. It's like, that could be a 60-second reel right there on Instagram.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Right? You're already doing all the right things, Luana. You just need to start showing them now. You need to show your audience what you do, what you get up to. This is a realistic life of an artist trying to make it in New York, right?
Yeah.
Talk about your story. Talk about the fact that I gave up everything to be here. I'm not the only one though. Check out this friend and this friend and this friend. You know what? Let's do a competition. The three of us are going to go in competition for the next 30 days. We're going to write as many songs as possible. Who's going to win? Like, there's so many things that you could do to challenge your community, right? But Luana, you are leading the whole thing. We're going to show that leadership off. We're going to show off your creative personality now. And we're going to document this whole thing in public because this is how you're going to get the agent of your dream, because you're not afraid to mess up in public.
Yeah, amazing. I love that.
So I guess my big question to you, Luana, is, do you want that challenge for yourself?
I like the idea. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Luana, we are wrapping up very quickly on the Fairy BOSSmother Show. What's been your biggest realization that you've had with the Fairy BOSSmother today?
I like that you said to me, just reach out to Luana Sandoval because of the name, and that was a big takeaway for me. So I'm gonna find out how to contact him. Send an email since we have a mutual connection anyways already. Yeah, and then also sharing more my songwriting process in public. I like that.
Okay, Luana, forget about writing to Arturo Sandoval. Look in the camera right now like you're talking to him right now. What will you say to him? Here's your opportunity.
Hola, Arturo Sandoval. Soy Luana Sandoval, una cantante de Nicaragua y Alemania. And then I know Deborah Silva as well, and she asked me if I'm related to you because of my name. So I figured I'm gonna reach out to you and say hi.
You know what? Take one step further. Please adopt me as your niece. We could do great things together. Make it bold, girl. Make it really, really bold. Because I don't want you sounding like a fan now. We have the same name. We're doing very similar things. I think we should come together to do something amazing. I am in New York City. Let's blow New York up with our sound. Adopt me as your niece. Like, hey, you know what? Let's try that again. Let's be bolder.
Hi, Arturo Sandoval. Hola. I am a singer-songwriter. My background is German Nicaraguan, and a lot of people ask me if I'm related to you because of my last name, and even our mutual connection, Deborah Silva, asked you that as well. And I enjoyed listening to the record and of hers and you playing the trumpet trumpet on her record. And I would love to collaborate with you. Please adopt me as your music niece and we can blow up the city in New York City.
All right. Okay. I'm going to give you a C grade for that one because that was a really good attempt. Awesome. Well, what's the one thing that you're going to fix today based on our conversation?
I will work on the updates on my website. I will share more content of me writing a song and being more engaging with the audience.
Yeah. And Luana, my big question to you is, what does the $1 million version of you look like?
The $1 million version of me. More confident and also being able to give back and encourage other artists that are independent to tell them you can do this on your own. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, I think you'd be a really great coach and mentor that is actually paid, right? You're not doing this from the goodness of your heart. You have all of the skills and all of the experience to really amp up exactly what you're doing, Luana. I think we need like New York City level confidence now, right? Yeah. So I think right now you're here with your confidence. When you sing, your confidence is like, woo! She's like in space right now. But when it comes to just talking and expressing exactly who you are and what you do, you're right here. We need to amp it all the way up now so that people from the rooftop of New York can actually like hear that and feel that confidence.
Yes, very true. Yes.
Right? That's the Luana that I see. That is the girl that I see in front of me. So we need to break her wide open now and say, hey, New York, Luana's here. You better keep watching because I'm about to blow this city up with my sound.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you feel that? Like
I can feel it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you believe that you can do this on your own, Luana? Or do you feel like you need more guidance?
I can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Let's do a power pose, girl. Power pose. Luana's got this. All right. And how would you feel if you can nail everything that we discussed and more in less than 100 days?
That would be amazing, especially now that we're at the end of the year. It's always a good time to reset and do new things and improve.
Yeah. Well, guess what? That's a reality when you're working with the Fairy BOSSmother.
Yeah.
So before we close this episode, Luana, is there any last thing that you want to share?
Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm happy that I could give you some inspiration and have a beautiful day, everyone.
All right. Luana, it was such an honor having you on the show. And I can't wait to see you get bigger and bigger in your personal brand.
Thank you for having me.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Fairy BOSSmother Show and feel ready to build your $1 million personal brand, download the Personal Brand Starter Kit for just $29 and learn the exact system I use to turn small business owners into $1 million personal brands. Go to brandlikeabosskit.com or snap the QR code on this video. See you soon.